Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to door number 19 of the Hallmark of Greatness Advent. I'm Anthony Burke, and with me as always, Joe Higgins.
And Young.
And Craig Lowe.
Feliz Navidad.
Day number 19.
I didn't know we're allowed to just do phrases now. Right, okay.
Got yesterday, wasn't it?
This is my own rules, mate. You just tack it on to this one. Fine. GCSE A star in French, mate. If you want your tyre pressure changed in France, come and speak to me. Everyone's gone wrong, Anthony. Let's get.
Can we please move on?
Anything to avoid talking about this film.
Day number 19. Can you actually change a tyre in French, Joe?
I can ask for the tyre pressure to be checked.
Oh, nice. Day number 19.
And it's coming useful.
All those times you have to change a tyre in French.
Just have the pressure checked. I couldn't ask it to have it changed.
Okay.
Day 18.
Day number 19. Isn't her Christmas? Two people working in the same company meet each other by chance. Gradually, due to unforeseen circumstances, they get close and start to fall in love. That's not what happens. Yeah, that's it.
If by close you mean 52 minutes and 31 seconds into this 1 hour and 20-minute film, then yes, they do get close over time, because that's the first time our love interest meet in this film.
And they don't meet each other by chance, do they? He stalks her for a second.
Like assaults her in the street.
This film was garbage. It was a whole heap of nothing garbage.
This is the same film as Valentine's
Match, I think it was.
Yeah, Valentine Match. But without any of the charm or whimsy.
Yep.
And you can't really expect this sort of thing where one newspaper article is all pro-Christmas and the other one is anti-Christmas, and they're both equally as popular. Because I can promise you, any newspaper that is every other day publishing a column about how shit Christmas is going to hemorrhage readers like nobody.
Well, it was. That's why they were shutting it down.
No, that was the one that was supposed to be the popular one.
Was it?
Yeah. There was the Marin Times, which was the one that Liz worked for, and then there was
The Sun.
Was it the Sun?
Yeah, you kept calling it the Sun. They kept saying they wanted to incorporate it into the Sun or send it into the Sun. I couldn't decide.
I mean, both would have been preferable in this. So Liz is played by Dina Meyer, who you may know as Dizzy Flores or
Kate from the 3-episode run of Friends.
Always comes back to Friends. I know her as Dizzy Flores from Starship Troopers. And David Sutcliffe, who you will remember, this is a call way back to our first ever episode. He was the convenient groom in The Convenient Groom. Yay! All comes full circle. The show's over.
Thank you.
I mean, he didn't say it, but okay. And I've wasted that because we only get one an episode, and they literally say it in this one. She writes an article for Sad Women to write to her and complain called, like, Dear Miriam or something. Yeah. For this Mirren Times, which has, like, a readership of about 8 people. They seem to operate out of someone's house.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah. And David Sutcliffe, Tom, works for, we'll say, The Sun. And he is a political analyst. I think it's alluded to at the start, but he never really... I was going to say, I'm not quite sure what he does. He's very popular at whatever he does, and he's getting a chat show. We know that much, because he's been offered this chat show, but he is an awful person to fish. Because he has a pet fish, and in the tank he stuck flowers in there, and he's forever banging on the glass, which is a horrible thing to do with fish because they don't like it. First thing you hear when you walk in the aquarium, don't bang on the glass, dickhead. Yeah. It's the signs. Not if you're Tom the political analyst, and his weird mate, little weird fat mate, Nick, I think he was called. Anyway.
Tupac's from that city, you know.
What, Marin?
Yeah.
Okay.
He moved there with his family in 1988.
Oh, so he's from there in the same way that Busta Rhymes is from Morecambe. Fun fact. Yeah.
Yeah, when he was 16.
They're putting the statue there next to Eric. Yeah. So lots of confused tourists can go and get the photo taken with it and not know who it is, which is basically the Eric Morecambe one now. Anyway.
I was just checking to see if it was a real place. Here it is.
Yeah. It's Marin County.
Yeah, San Francisco.
Yes.
5 miles north of the Golden Gate Bridge.
Thanks, Geography Bot. I know we have to fill the time on this one because there's nothing to really
This is what I'm checking.
No, let's just do geography facts. Volcanoes are hot.
A film?
Oxbow Lakes, they're a thing.
Not a film.
There probably is a film called Oxbow Lake. So yeah, Liz writes this thing, but the thing is, the readership for this newspaper is dwindling because it only does local theatre reviews, local restaurant reviews, like local funeral doodads. What's it called? Obituaries.
Oh,
And
local
this
funeral
bizarre
doodads.
column that she does. And so the owner of the Sun has decided to try and buy it out while incorporating some of the staff.
Buy it out, close it down, and essentially insert the Sun into that market.
Right.
I think it's
Yeah,
just trying
it's
to
along those lines, yeah.
expand the market of the Sun by closing down this local paper.
Liz takes this as a personal affront to her dignity and launches a one-woman crusade against all media. And
Against everything.
over,
Again,
to be honest.
she's literally like a bloody child with a machine gun just spraying everywhere. There's no actual target to any of
rhyme
this
or reason
ranting.
to any of it, no.
Yeah.
Like a Gatling gun.
Like a Gatling
Yeah.
gun or an anus full of corn. Corn dogs. So she changes her column from women complaining about relationships to why
Woman
you should
complaining
celebrate.
about everything.
No, she's not complaining. She's
No,
celebrating
she's,
Christmas. She's very.
Whether
It
you're
has
alone
that
or in a
weird Sex
couple,
and the
it's,
City voiceover thing to it, which I don't like because I don't particularly like Sex and the City. But she's like, "Oh, celebrate every day with your family. Go and have a snowball fight with old people, and all this sort of." Because she types it up and you can read it as she's typing it, and most of it's gibberish, but there is stuff in there, and it's the readership of this thing in this small county. I'm guessing swells. You didn't look up how many people live in.
To 13.
Oh no, everyone's reading it.
Yeah, they print so much paper.
Yes,
In
even
an
in
age where
2005,
paper's dying.
when
Yeah.
Also, question for American listeners, if there is any: do you literally have those newspaper stalls that they have in films where you walk down the street and the man hands you it and you flick him a quarter? Because they're always in films, but like I've never been to America, so I don't know if that's a real thing. Like
Maybe it's like over here where the local corner shop where we used to get papers from are now all closed down, and you just get
Maybe.
your paper from a
I
supermarket
imagine
now.
that's the case now. They're probably just all gone because I think I said to you, this wouldn't happen in this day and age because people just
nobody reads
Oh,
newspapers.
yeah.
Printed media is dead. Yes.
Competing blogs on LiveJournal would be
At
the more
2005,
modern
it
take of
should
it.
have been blogs. Yes.
Yeah.
And so the owner of the Sun is like, "No, Tom, you need to counteract this by going on about how Christmas is shit." Anthony, you got your hand up.
2,666
What?
population.
So it's not that much anyway, is it? People who read a newspaper. Like if it's a free, no, it's not because you have to pay for it, isn't it?
That was in
Yeah.
2010.
Well,
In
we'll
the-
call it
In the
that.
census of 2010.
Right. Point being that you've got to pay for it. It's not like a free Metro or whatever. You've
Yeah,
got to pay
it's
for
not-
this newspaper.
Not the Lee Journal.
No. But the one you get free through your letterbox, it's just full of advertising and the guy saying he'll come and fix your gutter in. But it's
Yeah,
made to
do.
look like handwriting. And a free bit of blind. You get that sometimes as well, don't you? From Blinds with a Z. Anyway, he takes on this opposite stance of like Christmas is a sad time and people who are on the loan shouldn't be made to feel sad. And it like there's supposed to be this back and forth between them of them becoming embittered rivals, but it doesn't really happen.
No, they're literally just, here's my point of view, here's my point of view.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at the screen going, surely these people are due to meet at some point.
What do you think? Oh, we're having a tree lighting ceremony or something, isn't it? Where they got that weird ball.
Yes, well, the local paper has for the last 70 years paid for and done the Christmas tree and lights in the centre of town, and it's become a tradition in this town. And it's mentioned that the Sun are going to usurp this as a way to get some goodwill with the people of the town and steal it out from under them. Hijinks ensues.
Which Liz takes again as a personal affront and launches a blood vendetta against them. They go to this weird ball. I think. Oh no! Before that, Tom has stalked her. He zingles her address and like hangs around near the newspaper stand where she gets her newspapers from. And
Why
then,
she gets them
like,
from a newspaper stand, given that she
she
writes
just
for
nick
the
them from
newspapers?
work like everyone at Perks of the job, isn't it? That also, I think Liz has got an inner ear problem because she falls over constantly. She's got vertigo or something. Yeah.
As Craig mentioned, this whole stalking out and then meeting for the first time, I think, what was it, 52
52 minutes and 31 seconds.
Like I say, it's
Into the
near
film.
enough an hour into the
of
film.
just
yeah.
nonsense back and forth that would never.
This should
There's
be at
there's
the
lot of
half-hour mark of the film.
There's a lot of similarities in that they keep showing them both waking up in the morning and having a shower, so that it's kind of linked.
There's a lot of bits where they walk past each other.
Yeah.
In a coffee shop, she walks away and he's getting milk from the little service station.
Which
So
took
they're
up
always
most of the film.
they're always close to each other, but never touching, like Time Cop. And then meet the cop who can't be stopped. Yeah. And he like sort of like bull rushes her, and she's like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "Oh, it's you." She's like, "Who? What?" Yeah. And then she just walks off to go to work, and she's like, "That dickhead over there." Like, they meet at this ball thing. He like sort of woos her a bit.
She pushes him into a big table full of punch.
Yeah. hilarity ensues.
Yeah, woo.
Also, her friend Sarah is getting married to, I think, one of the photographers who is always carrying a surfboard around with him. And I don't think you can surf in San Francisco because the water's too cold and it's too rocky. But I'm basing that purely on Alcatraz. Maybe
I wouldn't recommend surfing in Alcatraz.
I mean, you could. It's safe because it's on land, isn't it?
That's fair.
In San Francisco Bay, I wouldn't recommend it, but I don't know. But yeah, anyway.
I think you definitely can, actually. We discussed this earlier, but I remember seeing some people surfing.
Lunatics.
Yeah,
anyway.
Underneath the Golden Gate Bridge. It was weird.
They sort of like meet on a bridge and have a kiss. I don't fucking know.
It ends by...
The owner of the paper is like, we're going to shut it down. And then the next day he's like, Tom's come over to me and said he's doing Liz, so we have to keep her on staff now. We're going to amalgamate it all together. Kiss, credits, shoot me in the head.
Yeah, not good. Not good.
Well, you're giving this out of 10 because I'm done with this. Talk about this one.
1.9.
Wow.
Lords are leaping.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm going 2.1.
Christ on a cracker. I will give this a 1.4.
Yeah, very much.
Didn't like it.
We're not doing well.
We are on a run with these at the moment. Surely tomorrow's got to be better.
We've not gone above 5 since A Night Before Christmas.
Yeah, I told you we peaked. The weird thing with this is as well, it's filmed in a really bizarre style.
Yeah, it's filmed as if it's a sitcom. It's
yeah,
well, it's filmed like it's like an American spoof on a soap.
Yeah, it has a very, like, there's a long tracking shot of just a corridor, like a bat signal thing. And it
is bizarre.
As much as I love Dizzy Flores, this is terrible. Don't ever be in films like this again.
Not even switch it off if you're wrapping your presents. Not in rotation.
No. And did not need to be at Christmas.
Not even close.
Christmas, no. Because it's done infinitely better at Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Was it a Hallmark or anything? Or was it?
No, it was a made
the way it was shot, it definitely wasn't.
It is...
It's only because they had that guy, the convenient groom guy. I wonder if it's
also known as Navidad para dos, which means Christmas for two, I believe. It is produced by Shavik Entertainment, Insight Films, and Region. None of those are Hallmark subsidiaries.
Straight to DVD then.
Yeah, it's
straight in the bin.
Straight to Channel 5 in the afternoon. This. Yeah. Straight into the ocean, the cold Pacific Ocean.
In conclusion, day number 19, His and Her Christmas. I've got nothing else to add. I hope you two haven't. Please come back tomorrow for day number 20. Bye.